Hey guys, it's Abby, and I have a God talk for you today. Listen, just a little disclaimer. I know that I'm supposed to be fasting from TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram, but I promise you I'm only getting on these apps to give this word, and I'm deleting them. I'm not scrolling through Instagram. I'm not scrolling through TikTok if I post this on TikTok. I'm not snapping people back on Snapchat or looking at people's stories on Snapchat. I am literally just posting this word. The only way I'd snap you back is if I really feel like God is like, hey yo, you need to see this. But other than that, not fam. Anyway, yeah, God gave me a word. So earlier today, I was watching one of my old God talks, because fasting from social media has been really awesome, but also you get bored really easily, okay? And so I was just watching one of my past God talks, right? And it was the one about how you have to follow the map and how you have to listen to God and what he's telling you so you can get to your promised land. That one. Don't know if you've seen it, but it's a good one. But I was watching that and God reminded me of a word that he gave me when I was at NCYC. And there may or may not be a God talk about this. I don't know. I know I tried to film one, but I don't know if I ever filmed one about it. I know I tried to though, but there may or may not be a God talk on this. I don't know. But anyway, that reminded me of this because at NCYC, the analogies were different, with the NCYC and now, but it's the same word. So basically what God was what he was hey yo, look, was, so when you get on the highway, right, and there are those big green signs on the big thing, and they guide you to where you're going, they're okay, if you go into this lane, then you're gonna go to Cincinnati, or if you go in this lane, you're gonna get to Louisiana or Chicago, you know what I'm saying, or this exit takes you to Greenwood, like that. Well, God was you know how that's a thing, and I was of course God, I know how that's a thing. Been on the highway before. He was when I give you signs, when I show you things, it's the exact same. You have to follow the signs I give you, or else that promise that I promise you won't happen, because these signs are leading you to your promise. These signs are leading you to your promised land. So you gotta listen, Abby. Or you gotta listen. And if you don't listen to these signs and you're oh, well, I know a different way, or I'm just not gonna use this sign. I'm just gonna say oh yeah, I don't want to hear that sign, so I'm just not gonna listen to it. Girl, you're delaying your promise. I promised you this promise, and I will give you this promise. I promise. But you have to follow the signs. You have to follow me. You have to follow the signs. And I know there are some people who are very I don't know if God gives us signs, and I don't know if I don't want to listen too deeply into the signs. I know there are people like that, but point blank, God gives us signs and he shows us things. You have to follow them if you want to get to your promised land. And I mean, eventually you will get to your promised land, but if you don't follow the signs, it's going to delay the process. And I don't know about you, but if my promised land was Disneyland, I would not want to delay the promise. Because whatever God has promised you is so good. And I don't know about you, but the thing that God has promised me, I want it to happen right now. And if I don't listen to the signs that God has given me, no matter how crazy they seem either, even even if it's oh yeah, here's a sign, and you're okay, what does this mean, God? And in due time God will reveal it to you, right? But if you're I just don't understand, because that just seems you're taking me the opposite direction from what you promised me. You have to follow the signs God has given you, no matter how crazy or unlogical they seem. I don't know if you know God, but he's crazy. He sometimes is I'm gonna give them the sign just to see if they trust me. Whoa. That hit me right now. Yeah. Anyway, follow signs. You'll get to your promised land. That is the word of the day. Also, side note, I pray and hope that like all these God talks and all these words that like I post on my God talks, that like you can see that they're all coming from love and that they're coming from God's love. And yeah, that's just a little side note. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this God talk. I will see you next time we do a God talk. And God bless. Peace.